horizon, but don't believe it all because things will not be as you expected them to be, and because nothing can bring you peace except yourself. Come back to your Lord, well pleased yourself, and well pleasing unto him. Enter you then among my honoured slaves. A renowned philosopher and novelist said, the indispensability of removing wicked notions from our thoughts is more critical than that of removing tumours and diseases from our bodies. And there are more warnings in the Quran about diseases of ideas and beliefs than there are concerning bodily ailments. The French philosopher Montaigne said, a person is not influenced by what happens as much as he is by his opinion regarding what happens. And in the following hadith, the Prophet supplicated, O Allah, make me pleased with your decree, so that I may know that whatever has befallen me was not meant to miss me, and what has passed me by was not meant to be in my lot. Ponder these points. Do not be sad, because sadness causes you to regret the past, to have misgivings concerning the future, and to make you waste away your present. Do not be sad, because it causes the heart to contract, the face to frown, the spirit to weaken, and hope to vanish. Do not be sad, because your sadness pleases your enemy, angers your friend, and makes the jealous rejoice. As long as you have faith in Allah, don't be sad. Do not be sad, because by being sad you are complaining against the divine decree and showing vexation at what is written for you. Do not be sad, because grief cannot return to you the one that is lost or is gone away. It cannot resurrect the dead, it cannot change fate or bring any benefit whatsoever. Do not be sad, because sadness is often from the devil and is a kind of hopelessness. Have we not opened your breast for you, O Muhammad, and removed from you your burden, which weighed down on your back, and raised high your fame? So verily with the hardship there is relief. Verily with the hardship there is relief. There is one hardship with two reliefs, so one hardship cannot overcome two reliefs. So when you have finished from your occupation, then stand up for Allah's worship, stand up for prayer, and to your Lord alone turn all your intentions, and hopes and your invocations. As long as you have faith in Allah, don't be sad. Faith in Allah the Almighty is to happiness and peace, while disbelief is to confusion and misery. I have read about many intelligent people of a certain kind, some who might even be called geniuses. Geniuses though whose hearts are bereft of the light of guidance, and as such they spoke wicked words about the Sharia, Islamic law. These are two examples that come to mind about the Sharia contradiction concerning which we can do nothing but stay quiet. Second is the saying of Ibn Sina, the element that influences nature is the active intellect, and thus came to know that to the degree that one has faith in his heart will one be happy. More recent sayings similar in meaning to the two above are the offspring of the evil words of old that were spoken by Pharaoh. Pharaoh said, O chiefs, I know not that you have an ilah, a god other than me. Firaun said, I am your Lord Most High. James Allen, author of How Man Thinks, said, man will come to know that each time he changes his opinions and thoughts concerning things and other people, those same things and people will in their part also change. Suppose someone to have changed his thinking, and we will be astonished to learn how quickly the state of his material life changes. Therefore, the sacred thing that shapes our goal is our own selves. Regarding incorrect thinking and its effects, Allah the Exalted says, nay, but your thought that the Messenger Muhammad and the believers would never return to their families, and that seemed fair in your hearts, and you did think an evil thought, and you became a useless people going for destruction. And they thought wrongly of Allah, the thoughts of ignorance. They said, have we any part in the affair? Say, O Muhammad, indeed the affair belongs wholly to Allah. James Allen also said, everything that a person accomplishes is a direct result of his personal thinking, and man is capable of triumphing and of achieving his goals through his thinking. He will remain weak and miserable if he refuses to acknowledge this. Allah the Almighty said of true determination and correct thought, and if they had intended to march out, certainly they would have made some preparation for it. But Allah was averse to their being sent forth, so He made them lag behind. Had Allah known of any good in them, He would indeed have made them listen. He knew what was in their hearts, and He sent down a sakina, calmness and tranquility upon them, and He rewarded them with a near victory. And do not grieve over trivialities, for the entire world is trivial. A righteous person was once thrown into a lion's cage, and Allah then saved him from its claws. He was later asked, what were you thinking about at the time? He said, I was considering the saliva of a lion, whether it is considered by scholars to be pure or impure, whether when I die I will be in a state of purity or not. Allah described those who were with the Prophet, blessings and peace be upon him. According to their intentions among you are some that desire this world, and some that desire the hereafter. Mention that a person's value is measured according to his determination and his goals. A wise person once said, words to the same effect, inform me of a man's determination, and I will tell you what kind of man he is. A vessel capsized at sea, and a worshipper was hurled into the water. He began to make ablution, one limb at a time. He managed to get to shore and was saved. He was asked about the ablution and why he made it, to which he replied, I wanted to make ablution so that I would die in a state of purity. During the pangs of death was pointing to his beard, while others were making his ablution for him, reminding them not to miss a spot.